From option to obsession, the Stoic path to being chosen, not chasing. In the relentless pursuit of connection, we often find ourselves caught in a paradoxical trap. The more we strive for someone's attention, the more elusive it becomes. The eager availability, the constant pursuit, and the desperate attempts to please, often intended to inspire affection, can inadvertently project an image of neediness that repels rather than attracts. What if the key to being chosen, to becoming someone's unwavering priority, lies not in chasing after them, but in mastering oneself, in cultivating a sense of inherent worth that commands attention without demanding it? This essay will delve into the 7 Stoic techniques that will enable you to shift the dynamic, to transform from an option to an obsession, not through manipulative tactics or superficial charm, but through the cultivation of inner strength, self-respect, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. By embodying these principles, you will not only transform your relationships, but also elevate yourself to a place where your value is undeniable, making you the one they choose, not the one who begs to be chosen. These tactics can also help build your self-esteem. The fundamental problem, as the video content bluntly points out, is that being that person who's always available, always eager, doing everything you possibly can to win their attention, sends a wrong message. You're not coming across as attractive. You're coming across as desperate, needy, and like you're constantly seeking approval. No one wants to choose someone who seems like they have no control over their emotions, who looks like they're ready to give everything away just for a crumb of attention. It is important to have a healthy give and take. Desperation doesn't inspire attraction, it repels it. The more you chase, the more you make yourself an option, not a priority. To stop this, you must value yourself first before anything. The transformative power of Stoicism, as Marcus Aurelius so eloquently stated, lies in recognizing that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. This isn't about suppressing your emotions or becoming a cold, unfeeling automaton, but about cultivating a mindset of inner strength, self-reliance, and unwavering self-worth. This is the foundation upon which all meaningful and lasting relationships are built. Stoic principles provide the framework for cultivating these qualities, empowering you to take control of your emotions, assert your needs, and project an image of self-assuredness that is irresistible to others. The goal is to be a better person. To fully embody this process, it is important to take action and make real changes. 1. Embrace Stoic detachment, releasing the need for validation. The first step in shifting the dynamic and becoming someone they choose is to embrace Stoic detachment. This doesn't mean becoming emotionally unavailable or shutting off your feelings, but rather controlling them, letting go of the desperate need for their validation. You've been giving too much, showing too much, acting like their attention is the only thing that matters. That's why they're not choosing you. The more you chase, the more you make yourself an option, not a priority. Stoic detachment isn't about cutting them off. It's about stepping into your own space, valuing your own time, and showing them that you're not dependent on their attention. It is imperative to have your own life. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Right now, you need to detach from this overwhelming want of being chosen by them. Stop craving their approval and start living your life like you don't need it. You need to detach from the thought process that their validation is everything. Take a step back and evaluate the importance of your individual life. People respect and are drawn to those who are in control of themselves, not those constantly begging for attention. By stepping into that mindset and detaching from that way of thinking, you will see the change that has to come. To implement this principle, you need to find things that matter outside of them. Focus on your goals, your passions, your well-being, and show them that your world doesn't revolve around them. When they see that, trust me, they'll start looking at you differently. You won't just be another option. They'll see you as someone who's strong, independent, and worth choosing. It is a testament to the individual and will garner respect. Here's a key to the process. If you're trying to attract someone new, they're not going to choose you if they sense you're constantly available, constantly seeking their attention. They'll keep looking for someone else, someone who isn't throwing themselves at their feet. Detaching yourself from needing their approval makes you a mystery, and a mystery that's attractive. That's what gets them thinking about you, wondering why you're not chasing after them like everyone else. Let them want more. Detaching yourself from needing their approval can become a test that the other party must complete. It also does not just have to involve a new party. It can involve a party you have had a long history with. They're distant because they know you're always there. They don't feel the need to close the gap because you've made it too easy. The moment you pull back, the moment you stop making them the center of your world, is the moment they start noticing you. It is essential to not be aggressive and to show that you want a space for them. It can be interpreted in a lot of different ways if you do not show them what you want. You don't need to be aggressive. You need to be absent in a way that makes them curious, that makes them wonder what's going on in your world. By taking the subtle approach and showing that you are putting yourself first will allow them to also think and wonder about their actions. Stoic detachment is about you can't control how they respond, but you can control how you act. And when you act with strength, when you detach from this need to be chosen, that's when they'll start seeing you in a whole new light. 2. Raise your standards and stick to them. Commanding respect through self-worth. Another reason why they keep looking past you, treating you like an afterthought, and choosing someone else is that the bar has been set too low. The constant acceptance of the bare minimum and acting like that's enough tells them and yourselves that you are not worth it. Raise your standards, and trust me, you'll be better for it. You can't expect them to treat you like a gem if you're allowing yourself to be treated like an option. You are worth more, and that should be apparent. Let them see the value that you bring to the table. If they are unable to understand or appreciate your value, they are not worth it. You set the standards for how others treat you, and if those standards are low, they'll never feel the need to rise above them. This action shows your worth. The only one who can decide what is good and bad for you is you. No outside party can tell you what to do. With this mindset, the sky is the limit. When they flake on you, don't chase after them. When they treat you like a backup plan, don't play along. This will also improve the quality of the people that you bring into your life. When the quality goes up, you too will level up and be on the path to success. The main reason you have to stick with your standards is that if it's not comfortable with you, that's okay. There will be people who do not meet your criteria, but if you stay on course, then eventually there will be someone who you want to be around. The ones who do not meet those requirements are not for you. The goal is that one day they will look up to you. In the same manner of thinking, luxury stores do not offer discounts. They are worth a premium for the service they are providing. The only way they'll start to see it is if you show them that you won't settle. You got to understand something important here. When you raise your standards, it's going to get uncomfortable. You're going to feel like you're pushing people away. You're going to feel like you're making it harder for them to stay in your life. And that's exactly the point. As the saying goes, some friends are for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. Not all friends that come into your life are supposed to stay. When you take your stance, you're not going to lose anything because there will always be something around the corner to gain. You're always making space for new opportunities that will help you. The ones who do not meet your level will not benefit you. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This quote isn't just about actions or words. It's about how you let others treat you. If their actions aren't right, if their effort doesn't match your value, then it's time to say no. Stick to your standards. Don't lower them to make someone else comfortable. To be comfortable by you, you have to prioritize what is needed. You are in control of your life and can make the changes that you wish. There's always room for growth. Do not let anyone hold you back. 3. Build genuine emotional connections, transcending surface-level attraction. The next step is to focus on building genuine emotional connections. This means going beyond surface-level attraction and connecting with people on a deeper level, making them feel something real. It is important to understand that connections are built over time, and that the best connections take longer and are worth the wait. Physical attraction fades, but emotional connection is what keeps someone hooked. If you're not tapping into that emotional space, they'll always feel like something's missing. There needs to be an emotional connection to feel that deep connection and be a great companion to someone. The more they are connected with you, the more they are likely to want to choose you to have meaningful discussions. This is a must for most relationships. The importance of you listening can never be understated. It is key to making connections. Also letting people know that you are there to help them, as long as they are willing to get help. It cannot be a one-way street, as that could cause resentment and issues for both parties. You have to stand out by being authentic, being tired of fake, being tired of everyone saying the same things, doing the same things, and pretending to be someone they're not the minute you drop the act, and show them who you really are the minute you make them feel seen and understood. You become irreplaceable. It is rare that you have someone be there for you and really be able to get a sense of what you need. By connecting emotionally with someone, you can make this happen. By being able to not being the typical and the normal allows you to garner extra attention from the party you wish to attract. It is essential that you understand this and make a concerted effort to show that you are different from the rest. By expressing this, the party you are attracted to will have to take you more seriously. As Marcus Aurelius said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. This can be tough because you can often not be yourself. That in itself can be more difficult than it already is. That means being real with yourself first. Stop pretending to be someone you're not just to gain someone else's favor. Be strict with yourself about staying authentic. Tolerate the fact that others may not always understand or appreciate that. But trust me, those who truly connect with the real you will choose you every time. By tolerating means that there will always be a level of respect. In essence, do not force connections to form. Allow them to naturally form. This will make you be the real you without you having to force it. 4. Maintain your independence and self-respect. The irresistible force of self-worth. Nobody wants to be with someone who has lost their identity in the relationship. If you've built your entire world around this one person, if your happiness, sense of worth, and self-esteem are all wrapped up in how they feel about you, you've given up your independence and traded your self-respect for crumbs of validation. People want to be around those who have their life figured out. It is essential that one maintains a sense of self-worth. Know your value so that you are never in a situation where you feel like you are less than anyone. With high self-worth, it will lead to healthy relations. Do not be afraid to embrace the real you. If you're always dropping everything to attend to what they need, you have already lost. The balance is off. You need to get your balance in check. It is essential to be able to say a no. Do not feel pressured into doing something that you do not want to. People are drawn to those who have their own lives, their own passions, their own goals, someone who doesn't need constant attention, approval, or validation to feel whole. That's what makes you stand out. When you maintain your independence, you show them that your world doesn't revolve around them, that you're not sitting around waiting for their every move, and trust me, that's what makes them sit up and take notice. The goal is not to let this new feeling of power get to your head. Keep in mind, it is important to stay humble. This doesn't mean shutting people out. It means knowing that you have value beyond their opinion of you. It means continuing to work on your own goals, dreams, and passions with or without them. If you have an issue or concern that is weighing you down, then it is important to try and resolve it on your own. That is an example of maintaining control of your life. It is also a great trait to possess and shows that you are self-aware. To maintain your independence, the best path is to be who you are. Do not let anyone get in your way. By taking this path, it will show that you are not worried what the consequences may be. It is an admirable trait that should be honed. If their actions and effort do not match up, then it is time to separate. If they have nothing to offer, it is time to not care and maintain your life as the show goes on. You have control of how your life is going and the path it is headed. If you think you need someone else to complete you, you'll always feel lacking. But if you understand that your value is inherent, that you're already complete, you'll radiate confidence and independence. That's the kind of energy that draws people in. If you do not have that mental state, it is best that you work on yourself. The goal is to attract people that meet your wavelength. 5. Communicate effectively and assert your needs. Breaking the silence of unmet expectations. It is imperative to understand that you should not ever wait for people to read your mind. There is a high likelihood that it will lead to disappointment. The need to communicate effectively and assert what is important to you is also another necessity. Speak up and make sure that your thoughts are heard. There is never a downside to this. You got to communicate, you've got to express what you want, what you expect, and what you need if you ever want them to truly see you and choose you over others. It is necessary to give everyone a chance to fully understand what you're going through so that they may have a small sense of your feelings. When you don't communicate, when you hold back, you're only creating frustration for yourself. You may think that being silent or being easygoing will make you more likable, but it only leads to your needs being neglected. This is also a great way for yourself to get pinned up and eventually blow up. There is nothing healthy about that, and it should be avoided at all costs. Being confident about your decisions is key to having a good mental state. The more you can set a good example will mean it helps you in the long run and show strength and direction to others. With this kind of leadership and power, you will become unstoppable, and the party or party you wish to attract will realize your worth. They can't meet your needs if they don't know what they are. Set the right boundaries so that both parties have a clear understanding. Nothing is worse than not setting expectations and not letting the other party know what is truly going on. This will lead to confusion, and it will affect the mental well-being. Be open, honest, and set the proper expectations and boundaries so that everyone fully understands and can adjust from there if need be. 6. Showcase your growth. The allure of constant evolution. It is important to show your growth to attract people because it gives hope to your potential. People are attracted to new ideas and ways to help them, and that will allow you to gain notoriety. Be transparent about your past and what you have done, and this may help people be drawn closer. It's not about throwing your achievements in their face or constantly bragging about how much better you are. That's not what real growth looks like. It's about subtly letting them see that you're always improving, always becoming a better version of yourself. You're not staying in the same emotional, mental, or even physical space you're growing, and that makes you stand out. This needs to be authentic and real to resonate. Let them see that you are focused. It is essential that you're showing what you're focused on and what you have been doing to achieve a goal. Talk about the little things that you are doing, and the people who are around you should take note. Maybe they've gotten too comfortable, maybe they're taking you for granted because they think you're just the same person you've always been. But once you start focusing on your personal growth, whether that's emotional, maturity, career advancement, fitness goals, or even a new hobby, they'll take notice. They'll see that you're not someone who's content to stay stuck. And that kind of upward momentum will make them realize they either need to level up or risk losing you. The people who do not level up are not supposed to be on the same path as you. So do not worry when some begin to disappear. Do not worry if you think others are not noticing. There is always something to be gained, and people will always look to you, even if you may think they are not noticing. The past does not define who you are, and the future will not take its form unless the present is taken seriously. Live life in the moment and always focus on improving. 7. Avoid common mistakes that push them away. Eradicating self-sabotage. The single biggest thing that can stop you from having success and to be the person that is worth it is to stop making the mistakes that keep pushing people away. Some of the mistakes are desperation. Being desperate will kill a lot of people's view. The constant need and validation is an absolute turnoff. Over-explaining. You are who you are and do not need to explain anything to anyone. Stand strong in what you do and people will adapt. Losing yourself. Know who you are and never let anyone sway that. Being unique is an amazing gift that you can provide to the world, and to be swayed is a waste. It is up to you to start taking actions and show that you can avoid these negative habits. Focus on self-improvement and make the change. If you're actively trying to be the best that you can be, people are bound to notice and look up to you. The journey from being an option to becoming an obsession is not about chasing after fleeting desires or engaging in manipulative tactics. It is about embarking on a path of self-discovery, embracing the principles of Stoicism, and cultivating a set of qualities that make you inherently valuable and irresistible. By mastering Stoic detachment, raising your standards, building genuine emotional connections, maintaining your independence and self-respect, communicating effectively, showcasing your growth, and avoiding common mistakes that push others away, you will transform yourself into someone they can't help but choose, someone whose presence is not just desired, but actively sought after, someone who is not an option, but an unwavering priority. This will put you on the path for success and to have fulfilling relationships. This is about being the best that you can be. You will be in a better mental state, and it will make your life and the lives of others better. By following the steps in this essay and implementing those new ways of thinking into your life, you will transform into a whole new person that others will begin to look up to.